What's up, everybody? Welcome to Queer Girl Straight Skates. I'm Rebel. Today we are going to talk about how to get over the fear of skating again once you have been injured or fallen. Queer Girl Straight Skates is a YouTube channel full of roller skating tutorials, reviews, general roller skating lifestyle videos. I hope that you will find a home here if you are a roller skater that's been roller skating forever, or if you just decided to pick up roller skating just recently. I know that some of these videos will be right up your alley, so go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I post. I put out new videos every Tuesday and I go live every Sunday. So to contextualize this video a little bit, I'm recovering from being injured, from breaking my leg. And I did break my leg while I was roller skating, and also I broke my leg while wearing all of my gear. So I was wearing a helmet, wrist guards, knee pads, like I was fully protected, and I still broke my leg, which is definitely a potential side effect of roller skating. You definitely can get hurt, and you can get hurt pretty badly if you decide to roller skate. That being said, we know the risks usually when we decide to do something with our bodies, and that's definitely a risk that I'm willing to take for the sake of roller skating. So now that I'm in this like post-injury rehab kind of situation that I'm in, I've experienced a lot of fear when it comes to putting my skates back on and getting back out there. I've only been able to skate for about a week and a half, so this is really fresh, and these are the things that I've been doing that have been helping me to keep putting my skates back on when it's not necessarily easy and sometimes not necessarily fun because it's so hard. The first and most important thing to talk about is the fact that you have to listen to your own body. So every single person is going to have a different experience. What's going on with me and my recovery will not be the same for you. And so the most important tool that you have in your tool bag is your ability to listen to your own body and to know when you are pushing it too hard, when you need to stop and take a break, and when it is mostly a mental thing over being an actual physical thing. Now, for me, the idea of listening to my own body was actually really complicated for me to figure out. I feel like a lot of people kept saying this thing, like, listen to your body, listen to your body. And I was like, what does that mean though? Like, I don't really understand what you mean when you're saying listen to your body. And what I've come to understand for me is that it really has to do with listening to your intuition and how you're feeling as you're on your wheels, how you're feeling as you're warming up, even how you feel when you wake up in the morning. So really paying attention to whatever part of your body and your whole body as a whole is telling you. You know how some days you have good days, some days you have bad days just in general as a person? Well, whatever part of your body is hurt is sometimes going to be like, today's a great day to practice and to push forward. And other days, maybe it's going to be a kind of, hey, I need a little bit of a break kind of a day. And you have to make sure that you're paying enough attention to the signs that your body is putting out, that it is time to stop, or that it is time to push through that mental block that you're experiencing. The next thing is that it is incredibly important to remember there are two simultaneous things that are really happening. One is the physical aspect of you healing, and the other is the mental battle that you are fighting because of fear. So when it comes to the physical aspect of you healing, it is really, really helpful, and it was incredibly helpful to me to find out from my doctor exactly when I was fully physically healed. When he told me, you are 110% healed, your broken bone is no longer broken, that helped me to ease my fears about getting back onto skates. But then you cannot just focus on that and ignore the mental component that goes along with it. For me, yes, having that physical component relieved was really helpful, but I still had to battle through that mental anxiety and fear that comes with, what if I fall again? What if I get injured in the same way? How am I going to get back on skates? So what I ended up doing is I actually ended up meeting with a pain therapist, someone who specializes in dealing with the mental part of going through chronic or long-term pain after an injury or what have you. And what she really helped me with was differentiating the pain that I was projecting onto myself with the actual mental position of fear that I was sitting in. So as I went through just a little process with her, what she would have me do is to identify my fears and then have a conversation about where those fears come from and what the reality of the situation in which I'm positioned is. And one of the ways that I did that was by writing down my fears onto a piece of paper so I could really look at them and see, okay, what's real about this fear and how can I go about diminishing this fear that I'm feeling so deep in my soul? The next thing that we need to talk about is managing our expectations. We're going to have expectations that when we go back to skating, we're going to be right back where we first started. But that's probably not going to be the case. It's going to take a series of practices for you to get back to the level where you were before. You're going to have to relearn things. You're going to have to start small. You're going to have to limit your time on your skate sometimes. And all of that is okay. But the more we manage our expectations of what's going to happen during a certain skate session, the easier it's going to be to deal with our fear. For example, right now I am terrified of trying to stall, but I've only started going on my backyard ramp literally one time. So I know that I need to manage my expectations. I might not get up to stalling the next time I go to the skate park, or even in the next few times, and setting a small low bar that I know I can accomplish is going to do well at one, boosting my self-confidence and also decreasing my fear for the next time that I choose to go out on my skates. The next thing that I can tell you that really helps me deal with my fear when I'm getting back on skates is by putting in some tunes that I really, really enjoy. Specifically, putting on some headphones. I can get so in my own head, but if I put on a playlist and throw on some headphones, I feel like I'm in my own little world and I'm just focused on myself and having a good time. If you have music that you know helps you get out of your head and helps you get into the zone, make a playlist of those songs, put them together, and throw them in some headphones, put your skates on, and get out there and do your little sesh. For me, putting on that music really helps me, and I'm able to then put my skates on and just tune out the rest of the world and focus on what I love to do, which is rolling. My final piece of advice is to talk to people who are in the same boat as you. Other people who got injured around the same time, or other people who have been injured and are in recovery. Those are the people that talking to them will help you feel the most reprieve. Talking to someone who really understands the feeling that you're having and the moment you're going through is going to help you push through, especially when you see other people who have succeeded in overcoming their fear and getting back on their skates. They're real people who struggle with things too. And we're all in this together. We're all a big community, and there are so many people within the community that can really help support you and have empathy exactly where you are at. So, what I want you to do, if you are struggling and you are in your head, I want you, with me right now, to get your skates out, and let's put them on together, and let's roll around at least for a little bit of time. Come on.
I'm looking hard, acting cool. exactly what I need. I'm talking like a machine. I know exactly what I want, I know exactly what I need, but do you get what I mean? Oh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Why keep you standing over here? I'm purring like a cat. Oh, what you looking at? What you looking at? I'm irresistible, I'm deadly like that. 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 When you come and get me, boy, I'm deadly like that. I lift the kills, I know my skills, hard to get, makes no threat. I push it on a little more. I'm the girl you die for. I want it fast, want it now. Lipstick on my cheek, want your teeth on my neck. Kiss me, I'm a nervous wreck. I know exactly what I want, I know exactly what I need. I'm not ashamed what I feel. Oh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Why keep you standing over here? I'm purring like a cat. Oh, what you looking at? What you looking at? I'm irresistible, I'm deadly like that. I'm deadly like that.
I have one last thing to remind you, and that is that everyone's recovery is different, and we all take time to heal. And so if you're not feeling on top of your game right now, you will. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, and overcoming those mental blocks, and maybe some of the things that I told you today will help. If you have ways that you overcome your mental blocks and your fear of skating after an injury, put them down in the comments, because I know that a lot of people would really like to hear them, and I would like to hear them as well. Thanks for watching this episode of Queer Girl Straight Skates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support me, you can buy some cool stuff from Cheers to the Queers shop, which is my Etsy shop, or you could become a Patreon, or you could buy me a Ko-fi, and all of that money goes to support me making these videos and continually getting stuff out here that you want and need. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for your support. Thank you so, so, so much for watching. And most importantly, cheers to the queers!